I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Suzu's being controlled.
ユーマ、見つかったって本当？
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? I've done as Suzu instructed and brought Mio to the school as the sun sets off in the distance.
本当に神崎徹って子が見つかったの？
Yeah, thanks entirely to Suzu.
夏目さんが？
She did. I actually went to her and filled a formal job request for her to find Kanzaki Toru. Sorry for doing that without consulting you first, Mio.
どうして学園に？寮に連れてくるわけにはいかなかったの？
I don't know any more than you do. Maybe she wanted to keep this hidden from everyone else? Well, either way, we won't know anything for certain until we ask Suzu herself. We arrive at the designated classroom, our classroom. Mio. Once there, Mio comes to an immediate halt.
私、どうしたらいいの？
What do you mean?
私は今から私が望んでるみたいにその子をやっつけるの？やっつけるだなんて可愛い言い方をしてるけど、結局のところ私はその子にひどいことをしなくちゃいけないって、そういうこと？
I mean, eye for an eye. She is a horrible person, so she gets what she deserves. But I guess that's not, Mio's point. That's not what Mio thinks.
できない。そんなのできない。
But you have to. Otherwise, you won't be able to go home. Wasn't that your ultimate goal all along? So, if you want to...
いいの。それはもう諦めるって言った。私は。
She takes my hand.
私はユーマ、あなたがこうしてそばにいてくれればそれでいいの？
Yeah, I told you. I told you she cared more about Mio. She cared more about Yuma than going back home.
だから私には何の関係もない復讐になんか関わりたくないよ。
I know.
ユーマはどう思うの？復讐した方がいいって思う？私が私の代わりにまだ一度も出会ったこともないようなそんな子に。
I mean, considering what powers she may or may not possess, it might be a bad job if you are. It might not be in your best interest to meet her. I certainly don't think you should do anything you yourself don't want to. I don't like the fact that you've been backed into this corner either. But if there's even a teensy tiny part of you that still wants to switch back, that still wants to see your parents again,
気持ちがあるのなら
then I think you should at least face this girl and take a look at her before you decide. I don't want you to give up, no matter what.
どういうこと？
I don't know. For some reason, the idea of giving up just doesn't sit well with me, with regard to anything. It's like you're averting your eyes from the truth. When I see someone resign themselves to defeat before exploring every single option that's out there, it just makes me feel so really sad. That's why I don't want you, more than anyone else, to throw away a chance of fulfilling your wish to go home. Deep down, you want to go home, don't you? You want to see your parents. It's just too early for you to be giving up. You have to keep trying.
でも
Her hands curl up into fists.
突然すぎて心の準備も何もできてない。
You don't need to come ready. I put my hand on the classroom door, and then you can prepare yourself once we're inside. I fling it wide open.
遅かったな、二人とも。
Suzu stands there alone. Alone. It's just her. There's no one else in this classroom. No one else. Wait, no one else. Wait a second. Something isn't right. I scan the classroom again and again, but I can't find any indication that anyone else is here. What's going on here? Suzu? Where's the girl?
ああ、神崎徹を見つけ出すって要件だろ。わかってるよ。そのためにここへ君たちを呼んだんだから。
Well, then where is she?
うん。あの子は実に面白おかしく、不思議な力を使う子だね。言葉の力を使って、誰でも好きなように操ることもできる。その力でできることを突き詰めれば、きっとそれだけではなくて、もっといろいろなことができるようになるんだろう。
Suzu?
言葉には命がある。一度口から吐き出してしまえば、その時点でそれは一人歩きを始める。真っ向臭い話だが、まず最初に言葉があったというやつだ。
Grandiloquent. I've never seen or heard that word before. I scan the room once more. Something definitely isn't right here. I spot a blue plastic sheet covering part of the floor. The orange sunlight continues to seep into the classroom. The flow of Suzu's words almost seems reminiscent of a holy person singing a hymn. That only serves to amplify the ominous air in this room. Why are you alone, Suzu? Where's Kanzaki Toru? I thought you said she was here.
そうだね。それが私たちの約束だ。でも、おかしいな。彼女はどこにもいない。
Oops.
そうだね。それが私たちの約束だ。でも、おかしいな。彼女はどこにもいない。
Wait, Suzu. No. I recall the events from Mio's dream. Those men, who had their freedom robbed of them through verbal command and killed Mio's parents. That girl controlled and manipulated them like puppets using her hypnotic words. Suzu. I don't want to believe it. You lost, didn't you? I usher Mio behind me and begin to take a few steps back as a cautionary measure. You fell prey to Kanzaki Toru's hypnotic words.
ユウマ、どういうこと？
Get ready to run on my mark. We can't stay here. We've walked right into their trap. A trap set by Kanzaki Toru lure Mio out to this secluded location. There's no doubt in my mind that Mio had been on her hit list. She'd been searching for her, hoping to finish what she failed to do on that day when Mio betrayed her. In order to complete her revenge.
逃げる？一体どこへ？まさか、私から無事に逃げ切れると思ってるのか？
My master has been consumed by the power of those mystic words.
ここへのこのこやってきた時点で、君たち二人の敗北は決定されてる。それも、どうしようもなくだ。私の言いたいことは、わかるな。
Suzu,
君たちをここへ呼びつけた意味。それくらいは理解できるだろう。ここでなら他の目をあらゆる意味で気に留める必要がないからだ。
Suzu, please open your eyes.
目は覚めてるさ。くっきりパッチリと。むしろすがすがしいくらいだ。この世を救えるのは神崎徹の言葉だけだと気づけたからね。私たちが必死になって走り回る必要なんてまるでなく。
Why? Why did this happen? Why did I have Suzu look for this girl instead of doing it myself? Because of my mistake, she ended up brainwashed. And I'm now going to have to fight her. Even so, I can't raise my hand against her. Honestly, even if I did fight her seriously, would I even have a shot? What are the odds that I'd actually be able to overpower her? It's a flat zero. That needs no consideration. It's pointless to even try to think otherwise. No matter how desperate I am to increase my odds by even a fraction of a percent, the only thing deep contemplation will do right now is sink me further into despair as I realize just how truly hopeless the situation is. We have to run. If we want to live, then that's our only option, plain and simple. Mio. I take my childhood friend's hand. Run! We turn around from Suzu and run as fast as we can. Right as I'm about to reach out to the classroom door, however. Underground laughter echoes throughout the classroom. What? I stop and turn around. If this were anyone else, given the details of this situation, that laughter would sound nothing but sinister. Suzu, don't tell me. Instead, all it does is fill me with a great sense of relief.
ごめんごめん。冗談だから。私があんな子供一人を相手に負けるわけがないだろ。
Actually, I take that back. What I feel right now is far from relief. Frankly, I'm just exasperated to no end. But, well, I guess if I dig deep enough through the exasperation, I am truly relieved. You know what? He had me going as well. Oh, I flopped down on the ground and totally drained. But what if this is like... This is... this is the bait to drop his guard, and then the other bait. She is actually brainwashed. I can't believe you.
ごめんな。空気読めない真似をして。最初はほんのいたずらのつもりだったんだけど、君がなんだか思いのほか真剣になっちゃうものだから、つい引っ込みがつかなくなっちゃったっていうかさ。
Why would you do something like this as a prank? God, I feel like I'm about to cry. I swear you just shaved about 50 years off my life.
まあだけどさ、師弟対決っていうのは一度やってみたくはあるかな。やっぱりロマンがあるじゃん、そういうの。
Absolutely not. I'd rather die than be forced to fight you one-on-one. I don't care what her reasoning is. I'm never doing this again. Doing that ever.
ねえユーマ、どうなってるの？
Well, let's just say that Suzu's brain disease forces her to clown around at all times, no matter what the situation. She really needs help, I swear.
だからごめんって言ってるじゃん。そもそも私が負けるだなんて本気で思っちゃった君にこそ私は不満を投げかけたい気分だよ。
Well, that aside, where is Kenzaki Toru?
ああ、そこだよ。その教卓の下に隠してる。
Why there?
もしも何も知らない誰かがいきなり教室にやってきたらまずいだろう。 そこであの子のあんな姿を見たら驚いちゃうだろうし。その場合はきっと私の方が悪者に見えちゃうだろうことは、まあ想像に優しいからね。
What'd you do to her? I probably tied her up, bound her mouth shut so that she wouldn't speak, you know, the usual duct tape. Oh, it's a ball gag. I peek under the teacher's desk and find a single girl curled up beneath it, unable to move. Her arms and legs are bound, and there's a gag in her mouth. Ah, I see now. Kinky. What? I mean, well, if someone stumbled upon this scene without any additional context, you'd definitely have law enforcement called on you. Even if the girl has no visible injuries whatsoever, her restrainment would make one believe she's had or will have something vile done to her. I pull that girl, Kanzaki Toru, out from under the desk and carry her to the blue sheet on the floor.
捕まえるの結構苦労したんだよ。その子の言葉には最善の注意を払わないといけないからね。
Ah, so that's why you gagged her. Honestly though, did you need to use this? If I recall, those things are called ball gags. Yep, I know. Or are you not? Or are you into bondage stuff? I wouldn't be surprised.
微妙なところ。
That's why she's able to tie her up so good. What?
司にいたずら心で売りつけちゃってたおもちゃの一つを返却されちゃってたからね。それを使ってみたんだ。
Oh. I can't even be bothered to argue with her stupidity at this point. I throw a cursory glance behind me. He was staring silently at the girl laying there on the sheet like a curled up caterpillar. And she, in turn, is staring back at Mio, unblinking with a deep, dark hatred in her eyes. I'm not ready. Mio had said that before we walked in here. Of course she wasn't. She was suddenly thrown into a situation she wanted no part of to begin with. What is she supposed to do? This isn't a light decision by any means. She can't make up her mind on the fly. I decide to continue my conversation with Suzu a bit longer to give Mio even more of a minute or two, just a minute or two more to sort out her feelings and possibly arrive at a conviction. If I recall, you said you were connected to Kanzaki Toru, Suzu? Do you mind explaining that for me?
ああ。私が魔女だとか呼ばれていた小さな頃の話だ。いきなりこいつは寮内の私の部屋にやってきて、私と戦えだとかそんなことをのたまいやがってさ。
Damn, that's crazy. She really did get the power. She let the power get to her head real fast. She wanted to fight you?
うん。最初、自分は神様に愛されたんだとかなんだとか、そんなことを言ってたな。言葉を支配するのは神様なんだって。だから魔女にだって勝てるんだってね。もうね、めっちゃ怖かったよ。だって目がいっちゃってるんだもん。嫌なガキだなって思った。本当は相手するのも嫌だったんだけど、あんまりにもしつこいし、その他にもやってくるガキどもも怖がってたし、少しだけ付き合ってあげたんだよ。あの時痛い目見ただけで懲りてれば、まあこの子もほんの少しは可愛げもあったろうにね。
Okay, now I'm wondering how she lost, considering that her power seems a bit OP. What'd you do to her back then?
秘密。
Bondage. I mean, why? I'm dying to know now just because you said that.
だって、ゆうくんがお姉さんを怖がるようになっちゃいけないでしょ。
I don't know, I was kind of into younger Suzu. What? That tells me more than I need to know.
肉体派魔法少女と呼んでくれてもいいんだぜ。
Bro, this line does not help a situation when I watched fucking Gashinova Magical Girls. Bro, she is Utena. Magia bitch. You call yourself a girl?
君のそういった反応にはもう飽き飽きだよ。まあともかくね、それ以来この子は私に勝負を持ちかけてくるようになっててさ、今でもよく私たちの仕事を邪魔しに来てたりしてたんだよ。
Damn, that's crazy.
この子はそれまでの日常生活をかなぐり捨てて、今も行方不明のままで、どんな生活を送っているのかは見当もつかないけれど、ともかくさ、なんだか知らないけど妙にライバル視されちゃってさ、神様より強い魔女なんていないんだとかなんだとか痛々しく絡んでくるんだ。困ってたんだよね、実際。いつからお前は神様になったんだよって突っ込みたいよね。
I mean, you get bullied enough, you become delusional. Especially if you get a semblance of power. Especially one as OP as mind control. Wait, what? She's been meddling with our work? I must not have noticed that.
そりゃそうさ。いちいち挟み込まれる邪魔の一つ一つに翻弄されてたら依頼者にも迷惑がかかる。そうだろ？
True.
普段はあんまり相手にしないようにしてたけど、だからそういった場合のみ全力で排除してた。遠慮も加減も何もせず。そういうわけだから、いつもゆうくんが仕事を始める前にはもうすでにこの子が起こす嫌がらせや揉め事は片付けていたんだよ。
Just how strong are you exactly? Now that you're telling me all of this, I'm actually starting to get a bit scared. I'm starting to feel something as well. Don't worry about it. Also, how do you even fight against a girl like her? Her words have a mysterious hypnotic effect. How can you win against her time and time again, despite the fact that she can literally control you by speaking?
だから言ったっしょ。お姉さんは肉体派な感じの魔法少女だから。
How is any part of you magical? How about you give me an actual explanation? I want to know how her powers work and how you counter them.
肉体言語？
No, you are not Sailor Moon. You are Magia Beze from Gashinova Magical Girls. She stares at me, wondering if that was convincing enough. You need to update your references. Seriously though, is she actually human? I'm beginning to doubt so.
まあそういうわけで引き渡しはこれで終了だ。
Right. I was hoping to give Mio a bit more time to gather her thoughts, but I guess I've stalled as long as I can. Mio, I don't think there's any doubt that this is the girl you were after. She's the one who killed the other Yu's parents.
うん。いろいろ本人から話を聞いてみたいけど、でもそれはダメなのよね。
Wait, did I miss something? No, I didn't. Yeah, might attack us if we get rid of the gag.
そう。ねえ、神崎徹さん。一つだけ私の話を聞いてほしいの。
I'm the wrong Mio, dipshit. Mio kneels down on the ground, trying her best to look Kanzaki in the eyes.
信じられないかもしれないとは思うけど、私は如月美桜だけど、でもね、あなたが嫌っていた如月美桜とは別の人なんだよ。
いい？ 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 いい
Mio then proceeds to give a brief summary of everything regarding the parallel world and the swap that occurred. She doesn't neglect to explain the basement's powers either.
わかるよ。いきなりこんなこと言われても意味がわからないよね。でも、それは本当なの。あなたのことを強く強く恨んでる如月美桜と、私は別人なんだよ。だからね、私はあなたには何の恨みもないの。あなたたち二人とは無関係な私だから。本当ならこんな風にしてあなたに苦しい思いをさせたくはない。でもね、あなたにひどいことされて、もうこの世からいなくなっちゃった私のお父さんとお母さん、わかる？
Fuck.
私はあなたにこれから罰を与えないと元の世界の家には帰れないんだよ。あなたにひどいことされて、もうこの世からいなくなっちゃった私のお父さんとお母さん、その仇を取るために私はあなたをやっつけないといけないの。
As expected, Kazaki Toru doesn't so much as blink. She simply stares back at Mio unflinchingly.
ねえ、私はどうしたらいい？もうお父さんとお母さんは諦めた。幼なじみと両親と交換したんだって、そう自分に言い聞かせて納得しようと思ってた。でも今私はずっと会いたかったお母さんとお父さんに会いに行ける鍵を手に入れたのかもしれなくて、ユーマも諦めるなってそう言ってくれていて。
Is this the ultimate decision she's arrived at? She has chosen to return to her homeworld and do what needs to be done to accomplish that.
私はね、私の気持ちもわからないでもないって思ってる。だって大切な人を奪われたら誰でも悲しいし、恨み事だって言いたくなる。その気持ちを否定することなんて誰にもできないって思う。私だってよくわからない理由で大好きなお父さんとお母さんにひどいことされたら、あなたのことを許せなくなる。だけどそれでもこんなのって変だよ。歯には歯を、やられたらやり返す。法律であなたは裁けないから、ここでこうして正攻法ではないジャッジを行う。そんなのは本当の正義なんかじゃない。
Okay, I wasn't thinking
私が
that
感じる。
I wasn't thinking that she'd actually say an eye for an eye, alright? I thought she wouldn't be the kind of person to do that. She didn't look like that kind of guy.
それにあなたが今ここで罰せられたからといって死んだ二人が帰ってくるわけじゃないのに。
ねえ、ミオちゃん。
はい、何でしょうか。
この国には死刑制度ってものがあるよね。
Suzu?
まあ聞けって。とりあえず善悪についての長たらしい講釈は省くけど、私はその罰則、いわゆる極刑は必要悪だと思ってる。
必要悪。それはどうしてですか？
Okay, here's my point of view. The death penalty is a necessary evil because There is no point trying to lock up someone who will never change, right? If you, right, give a murderer a life sentence, right? Whatever. So what, right? Because if he isn't remorseful for his actions, he doesn't think he deserves, or he doesn't realize that what he did was wrong, or something like that. Well, okay, if he didn't realize something was wrong, then he shouldn't be in jail. He shouldn't be in prison. He should be in a mental institute, right? If he isn't remorseful, right? He's not human. Look, it's a bit of extreme, all right. I don't want to. I shouldn't try to go any deeper. Well, I should articulate further, right? But you're not here for my philosophy, my philosophizing. You're here for the game.
それは残された人間たちが前に進むきっかけになるからだ。
If you wanted to see me talk about if you wanted to see me yap about the death penalty, that's what the streams are for. Never mind.
確かに悪人を始末したからといって、一番悔しい思いをしたであろう個人は決して戻ってこない。でも、そんなものは関係がないんだ。理性だとか道理だとか、賛成反対の数の原理だとか、そんなのはどうでも。これはどこまで言っても感情論であるべきなんだ。
Look, essentially what Suzu was saying is that if the law can't deal with her, you have to deal with it on your own. And you can't lock her up, so you have to kill her, I guess.
てめえやりやがったな。そっちがその気ならいいぜ。ぶっ殺してやるよ。という具合にね。理不尽な不自由を押し付けられた側の人間が絶対悪に対して悔し涙を飲み込む強制力なんてあっていいはずがない。
But here's the thing, right? It is not person B trying to kill person A. It's person C who was forced to by person B to kill person A. Right? That's the difference.
それが夏目さんの感情論。
そうだね。極刑は事件に巻き込まれた当事者たちの心を弔うものでも、彼らの恨みを晴らすものでもない。残された者たちに明日へ踏み出すきっかけを与えるべきためのものなんだ。というのが私個人の考え方というか、正義への価値観だ。ともかく、極刑には思いのほか、賛成意見ほど反対は多くないけれど、その制度そのものが残された人間たちが次の時間へ踏み出すために必要なのだと、彼らがそう言うのなら。
Fair. Look, at the end of the day, it should come down to the victims. And I don't mean the ones who, you know, in a serial killer's case, right? I don't think I don't mean it comes down to the people he killed. It comes down to the families of the people who were killed, right? If they are opposed to giving so-and-so the death penalty, right? You should respect their opinions of it, all right? If they want him dead, you should also respect their opinions and, you know, especially if it's unanimous, right? Like, for instance, in a serial killer's case, every family wants that guy dead, right? Yeah.
それは紛れもなく必要なことなのだろうと私は思う。
それなら極刑を執行された側の残された人たちは。
Okay, well, in this instance, who in her case,
その人たちがまた誰かを強く恨んで感情論で相手側の残された人を手にかけたらどうするんですか？そうなるとやられたらやり返すが 永遠に続いていきます。
そうだね。だからこそ、そのシステムは国が守り、運営する制度なのさ。
That's the tough part, right? With back to my example, right, of the victims' families, right, holding the final say. What about the killer's family, right? What of their say? And it's tough, right? Because, like Mio said, you don't want this never-ending cycle of grudges, right? Like, you don't want the killer's family to hold a grudge against the victims' families, right? Or something like that. But at the same time, if you're telling me that a serial killer who has killed multiple people in cold blood deserves to be alive because of the family who raised them, and you're telling me that the family does not want them to be put to death because of sentimental reasons, I think you found the root problem. I think you found the problem.
何事も先にやった方が悪いんだ。子供の論理だが非常にわかりやすくて私は好きだ。物事はシンプルであればあるだけいい。
それがこれなんですか？
Yes. No, actually, not really. It should be person B trying to kill person A, not person C being forced by person B to kill person A, right? It should be Kazutsuga Mio trying to kill Toru, not Ototsuga Mio trying to kill Toru.
これが残された私が、いいえ、私が前に進むための必要悪。
そういうことになるかもな。この教室が国の代わりに私とゆうくんが守り運営する制度の場。ここでどんなことがあったとしても、みおちゃんには何も困ったことは起こらない。私たちが君を庇護することを保証し、誓おう。
だから私にこの子を罰しろってことなんですか？
Look, I don't think Mio should be the sole person to punish her. I think Yuma and Suzu should also, I shouldn't say join in, but help her out with the punishment.
私じゃない、私の他人の罪をこの手を怪我して清算しなくちゃいけないんですか？そんなのは。
Tears begin to well in her eyes.
嫌です。私にはできません。
何を言ってる？バカを言うんじゃない。この子に極刑を与えるなんて君にはないよ、そんな権利は。
でもそれはどういう。
この子を裁く権利があるのは私だけだ。私であるみおちゃんだけだ。私は確かに極刑について肯定派だ。しかしそれは条件付きでの話だ。
Fair.
条件。
That's what I'm saying.
そう。感情論を振りかざし、誰かの命を断罪するというのなら、当然それは、その行為は自らの手を汚す覚悟のある人間にのみ適用されるものであるべきだと私はそう考える。それこそが非常に簡単でシンプルな感情論だ。 その点を重視するのなら、制度としての極刑には賛同しかねる部分も多くある。他者に復讐を決定させ、代行させるといったものには賛成できない。刑の執行は看守や赤の他人がやるべきではないんだ。そんなことをしていてはいけない。復讐の弾丸を打ち込むことを他者へ委託しようなど、実感がどこまでも希薄になっていくようなそんな行為に、復讐として一体どれだけの意味がある？故に刑の執行はその人間を始末したいと願う家族がその手で直接行うべきだ。そして誰かの一生を奪ったことを生涯かけて自覚し、悩み苦しんでいかなくてはいけない。命を背負うとはそういうことだ。決して他者に任せていいものではない。そういった条件が揃って初めて私の正義は適用される。極刑を肯定する意志が生まれる。だから君にはこの子を裁く権利はない。ほんの少しもだ。赤の他人であり、この場にうずくまる感情論の拉致外にあり、無関係である君にはね。
But Suzu,
黙ってろ。この神崎徹は私が捕まえてきたんだ。それなりに危ない橋を渡ってね。捕獲するのは簡単だけど楽ではなかった。だからいくら仕事だとはいえ、これくらいの主張は通させてもらう。この子に対するこの場での報復は、復讐は私である如月美代にしか許さない。その条件が今回の仕事で私が受け取る報酬だ。嫌なら今すぐこいつを逃がすぞ。
now that I think of it, I hadn't thought of how I was going to repay you for this.
だろうと思ったよ。まあ別にいいけどね。とにかくそういうわけだ。君じゃない私をここへ連れてこい。そして他者である君の手を借りず、本人に復讐を遂げさせるんだ。そうすれば君がその手を汚すことなく元の場所へ戻ることができる。もちろん戻る戻らないは君自身が判断することだけどね。
でもあの子をここへ連れてくる方法がないんです。鍵がかけられてて、地下室の扉は私の住む世界には繋がれなくて。
なら嘘をつけばいい。
嘘？
もう分かってるとは思うけど、君が抱えるいろいろな事情をゆうくんから聞いたよ。学生寮のタンスを使ってあの子と様々なやりとりを長年行ってきたんだろ。そんな中でこの子をやっつければ入れ替わりを中止してもいいと、そんな条件項目があったこともゆうくんから聞いてる。簡単じゃないか。それならやっつけたよと嘘の手紙を出してしまえばいい。どうせ私本人には事実を直接その目で見て確認する以外に方法はないんだ。そのようにして連れてきた後、私にはもう一度今日と同じシチュエーションを用意しよう。感情論と必要悪を振りかざせるようなそんな場所を。
嘘をつく。
And now we've gone back to square one.
嫌か？誰かを騙すような真似をするのは。これまでずっと私たちを騙し続けてきたのに。
Suzu, why are you using that against her?
それなのに今さら小さな嘘をつくことが戸惑われてならない。そんなのはとんでもない欺瞞だな。 だというのに君は。
Stop this, Suzu. Miu's agonized over this very thing for years upon years. You have to know that.
ああ、そうだな。それはわかるよ。わかるからこそ、あえて話しているんだ。
Bro, if this is what Suzu was like the entire game, I would have begged for a route, but then she pulls out the pranks, quote unquote.
そしてこれは君が口を出すようなことじゃない。半端に首を突っ込むな。
Suzu, why are you being so,
とにかくそういうわけだ。
what, blunt?
あの子をここへ連れてくる。そのための嘘をつけないのなら、私の条件が飲めないのなら、この話はここまでだ。そうして君は元の場所へ戻るチャンスを失う。帰りたいんだろ？
There it is.
君はあちらへ帰りたがっているように私には見える。それなのに何を格好をつけてるのか。ただ一つ自分のために嘘をつくことを怖がってる。自分の願いを叶えるために嘘をつく。正直者でありたいという自分の信念を曲げ、嘘を吐き出す。それこそがこの場合でのたった一つの冴えたやり方。というほどに褒められたものでは確かにないが、それでもたった一つ残された君が君の夢を叶えるための愚鈍な一つの方法ではあるんだ。それにわかるだろ？嘘にはついていい嘘とついてはいけない嘘がある。そんなのは誰だって知ってる。嘘は時として誰かを救う場合だってあるんだ。
嘘が誰かを救う。
ああ、今回の嘘で救われるもの、それは君だ。君自身を必要悪の嘘で救い上げるんだ。そうすることで君じゃない私だって何かから救われるかもしれない。あちら側で君と同じように嘘をつき続けている私も。自分の気持ちに嘘をつくなよ。人には嘘をつけないのに自分の心を騙すのはいいことなのか？うん。
私が嘘をつくことで私は救われますか？嘘にはついていい嘘と悪い嘘がある。誰かを傷つける嘘が悪い嘘。私の嘘は私の心を傷つけませんか？
どうかな。それなりにショックは受けるかもしれないね。そこは本人次第だ。重要なのは嘘への動機だ。これは私が最初に君についた嘘への報いだ。1週間で入れ替わりは終わるはずだったのに、それを保護にしたあの子への。それがこの嘘の動機だ。だからこれは悪い嘘ではない。悪いことをした人間にそれを気づかせるためのお仕置きなんだよ。
Mio looks at Kanzaki Toru, who's curled up on the floor. Then she turns and looks at me. And finally, She looks at the witch standing before her.
嘘をつけば私は会える。お父さんとお母さんにもう一度だけでも会える。
ああ。その願いは叶えられる。君がそれを願うのなら。
Mio. She begins to sob, and I put my arms around her shoulder to comfort her.
もう何が正しいのか、何が間違ってるのかわからない。私が悪かったのか、私が悪かったのか、どこで何を間違っちゃったのか、全部わからない。ごめんユーマ、私もう二度と嘘はつかないってそう決めてたけど、
I know.
これで最後にするから。だからお願い、最後の嘘を許して。
ありがとう。
Suzu smiles.
そう言ってくれるのを待ってたよ。
Mio blinks at Suzu in confusion.
嘘で固まった君の心を自由にしよう。それが私たちの仕事だ。私らは逃がし屋だから、こうして人を探し出すのが本来の仕事じゃない。
どういうことですか？
嘘をつくことを怖がり、自分の心に嘘をつき続ける。そんな君の心の不自由から自由にすることが仕事だった。
I think back. I recall what I said to Suzu when I initially asked her to take upon this job. I have a job request for you. The first step involves finding a certain individual. Would you be willing to take it on for me?
それが今回の仕事の依頼主であるゆうくんの本当の希望だ。神崎徹を探し出すことは別にそれほど重要なことじゃなかった。
You promised that you wouldn't tell her.
あれ？そうだったっけ？
Feigning ignorance, she then takes out her cell phone.
ちょっと待って。
Just as Suzu finishes up her brief conversation with the other person on the line, Mio's jaw suddenly drops.
それじゃあ今日のことは全部嘘？どこからどこまでが？
Maybe some of it. Who knows? I'm not really sure myself. But I'm sure that it was a good lie. The classroom door slides open and a number of people enter. It appears to be a group of extremely shady men. Who are these men, Suzu? I'm seriously confused. He never said a word about these people joining us.
以前、神崎徹に言葉を吹き込まれ、私である如月美桜の両親を手にかけた連中だ。ちょうどいいことに、刑期を終えて出所してきたところを、私が抑えたんだ。ああ、大丈夫だよ。今はもうおとなしい。頭の中を支配していた言葉は抜いた。
Bro, they were hypnotized the entire time they were in prison. Extract them. The way she worded that almost makes it seem as though they'd been poisoned. I mean, to be fair, words can be poisonous, so, you know, that's not a incorrect analogy. Is there anything you can't do, Suzu? Get a hate scene.
さあね。魔女だから。だけどある意味では君ほどでもないとは思うけど。
Like what?
ともかく、これからは私が雑用として使っていこうと思ってるんだ。こいつらのことは。この場の準備もこいつらに手伝ってもらった。悪いけど、この子を運び出してくれないかな。人目につかないよう慎重にね。
Yes, ma'am. You got it. The men shout, lowering their heads before promptly preparing to take their exit. Once they depart, the classroom returns to normal. The men were even bowed to me, apologizing for disturbing us before taking their leave. They're not going to apologize for beating the fuck out of him last time. They must have forgot. I guess they didn't remember anything that happened while they were hypnotized, I guess.
出所したはいいけれど、行き場がどこにもなさそうだったからね。だから私が引き取った。言ってみれば彼らだって立派な被害者だ。それくらいの面倒は見れるさ。
By killing Toru. Right? I know where this is going.
あの子は神崎徹さんはどうなるんですか？
うん。私がどういった判断を下すかといった問題もあるけれど、そうだな。どこか遠い誰も知らないような小さな国で幸せになってもらおうか。
Bro, that is ominous. Suzu smiles. Bro. Jesus Christ. Now return to the dorm. Mio heads to her room to begin writing the letter to her other self. Thank you so much, Suzu. I really owe you for this. I'm currently in the dining room with Suzu, speaking to her while we wait for Mio to return with her, to finish up her letter. But I have to ask, why'd you do that to us at first?
あれって？
You know, the twisted prank you played on us. I didn't get any warning about that. But why did you do it? Honestly, I think for a prank it went a little too far. Yeah, like all our other pranks. Which is why, you know, I don't want her to have a route. Although I suppose this whole charade was sort of like one big twisted joke designed to ease the burden on Mio's heart and get her more comfortable with telling lies. I was terrified out of my mind. I legitimately thought you were going to kill us.
どうしてか？面白いから？
You know what, Based? Seriously? I get it. Oh, I get it now. She did it for the funny. Although I can't help but feel a sense of relief now that my initial confusion has waned. Suzu really is a natural clown. I don't know what I expected. She's not just a clown, she's the entire circus. Still, you really helped me out. Thanks. I really mean it.
まあ今回のことは私にも責任があるからね。これくらいの尻拭いは何でもないさ。
You're at fault?
ああ。ずっと昔にミオちゃんがここの地下室を使って迷子になっちゃった時、私があの子を探しに出かけて、そして連れ帰ってきただろ？
Yeah, and Suzu intentionally brought back the Ototsugahama Mio. Right.
あの時、私たちにとって本物のミオちゃんと あちら側に住むミオちゃんとの見分けもつかず、
Never
連れ帰
mind.
ってきてしまったんだから。
I was right the first time. All the way back in the flashback.
見事にあの二人に一杯食わされたってわけだ。まるでそっくりな双子に、どっちが私でどっちが私でしょうかだなんてことを言われているような、そんな気分だよ。
Anyway,
うん。
your little prank aside, you really did a good job of playing the role of the bad guy. So, thanks for that.
ああ、悪役ね。
Although I didn't honestly expect you to take it that far when I initially asked you to do it. Can I ask you something?
ああ、
If the other Mia actually came here, would you allow her to take her revenge and carry out that necessary evil, as you put it?
んなわけねえだろ。
は？
どんな理由があっても、人が人を殺していいはずがない。そうだろ？
And here I thought that Suzu Suzu and I were on the same wavelength. I can only squint in bafflement at her response. I'm finding it really difficult to work out how much of that was your real opinion and how much of that was just you playing devil's advocate. 'At that moment, Mia walks into the dining room.
手紙書き終わりました。
しっかり綺麗な嘘を書き終えられた？
はい。
よし。それじゃあ、二人で管理人室へ行ってきな。その手紙を出しに。
The reply letter arrived almost immediately. It read,
ユーマ、
I don't think that's what it read. Yeah?
水平線。
He speaks in a hushed tone. Yeah, I can see that.
私、届くかもしれない。追いかけても追いかけても、たどり着けないって思ってた。あの場所に。
What did the letter say, Mio?
願いを叶えてくれてありがとう。入れ替わりをやめましょう。だって。
Oh, that's great. She buries her face in the letter, trying to stifle the tiny sob that had just escaped.
ユーマ、違うの。私はいいの。もういいんだよ。お父さんとお母さん、二人のことも大切だけど、でも今はユーマと一緒にいられるこちらの生活が大事なの。この世界での生活は最初は怖くて不安なことばかりだったけど、それでも今ではこの街が大好きになった。せっかく仲良くなり始めたみんなと離れるのも嫌。また一緒に変なゲームだってやりたいって今は思う。だから今さら入れ替わりをやめるつもりはない。その選択に未練はないよ。ここが私の居場所、私の世界なの。私はここで生きていくって決めたの。でもごめん、ユーマ。一目だけでいいの。大好きなお父さんとお母さん、もう二度と会えないって諦めていた。こちら側ではもう死んじゃってた二人。 最後にそんな二人の元気な姿が見たいの。ただの一度だけそれが叶えば私は満足だから。もう何の未練も残さずここでユーマと暮らしていけるようになる。その気持ちが固まる。だからユーマ、
Yeah?
絶対に戻ってくる。約束だから。何があっても帰ってくるから。だからお願い、ユーマ、いってらっしゃいって言って私の背中を押してほしいよ。
Yeah. Go and fulfill your wish, Mio. And then come back to me. No matter how long it takes, I'll always be waiting for you here, along with all the others. Don't worry. Even if something happens to you, and you can't come back right away, either intentionally or accidentally, we will see each other again. I know we've got these to bring us back together. I reach into my pocket and pull out the ring. These rings won't let us be apart for too long. Plus, we've got our perfect compatibility going for us. Because we're childhood friends. Don't you remember? Alright. Take care of them, Mio. I'll see you soon. She wipes the tears from her eyes.
ありがとう。行ってきます。あの子といろいろ話してくるから。すぐには帰ってこれないと思うけど。
That's fine. Take as much time as you need to, and don't rush. Also, tell her that I said hello, and that I really enjoyed her lunches from back when we were kids.
わかった。
Though, make sure to tell her that they've got nothing on yours. She giggles at my remark. Mio. As she turns to head to the basement, I call out to her one final time. Let's go gaze out at the horizon together when you get back. She turns around and smiles, her face stained with tears. Then she nods. I engrave that smile of hers into my memory, so that I'll never ever forget it. Oh. I'm silently praying. Please, let everything go well over there. It has now been 3 days since Mio embarked on her trip back home. I haven't heard anything at all from her. The wait is so grueling that it almost feels as though an entire year has passed. Everything's gonna be okay. Even if Mio sees her loving parents, reconsiders and decides to stay there after all. Even if the Mio who returns to me isn't her, but the other Mio. As long as the Mio I love is happy, I'm not gonna complain. Well, perhaps it'll take some time before I'm truly prepared to accept something like that. I believed Mio when she said that she'd come back to me, but that has nothing to do with this. There's only one thing that matters to me. Mio's happiness. That's all I want. As long as she can smile, my own wants don't matter. Man, listen to me trying to sound all cool. I don't even honestly believe that. The truth is, I miss Mio dearly. I've been selfishly wishing for her to come home, partly to prove to myself that she actually will.
ユーマさん、
Kana and I are in the kitchen peeling vegetables to be used in tonight's dinner. What is it?
私、皆さんから聞きました。如月さんとユーマさんのこと。
Oh. I'm sorry, Kana. It totally slipped my mind. I forgot to inform you about our relationship. I can explain.
はい。
I wanted to tell you myself, and well, everyone just happened to find out that you weren't around when you weren't around. Still, I owe an apology. Some stuff happened, and then I forgot.
いいえ、最初は少しショックだったけど、そうして謝ってくれるならそれでいいんです。それに忘れてしまうのは仕方ないです。魔法使いさんはそういう人ですもんね。
I'm a sorcerer?
はい、私の大切な、とても素敵な約束をしてくれた魔法使いさんです。
Right. That reminds me, I never did find out what that was.
魔法使いさんの願い事を叶えるのは私じゃなくて如月さんだったってそういうことですよね。
What are you talking about?
応援してます。
Kana?
私、二人のことを応援してますよ。
She smiles sweetly.
おめでとうございます。どうか幸せになってくださいね。
I'd had the vague assumption that she'd cry when the situation finally came. For some reason, just as Suzu mentioned, I imagined that she wouldn't handle the news of my and Mio's relationship very well. Maybe I was simply overthinking things. Kana gave us her support, and she's smiling. Thanks, Kana. And again, I'm sorry. Honestly, I think part of me wasn't expecting you to congratulate us. That's why I was foregoing telling you for so long, so I could figure out how to say it to you without hurting you too much.
そんなこと言われるとなんだか私
ん？
泣いてしまいそうです。嘘は苦手です。だから本当のところを言えば素直に心の底から二人を祝福するにはもうちょっとだけ時間がかかるかもしれません。やっぱり少しとても今は悲しいですけど、でもたとえどんな終わりを迎えても私があなたのことをずっと思ってきたことが嘘になるわけじゃ。
She then closes her eyes and hangs her head. I don't know what to say to her. I don't know if I should say anything to her.
大丈夫ですよ、ユマさん。
あ？
そんなに心配しなくても、如月さんはきっともうすぐ帰ってきますよ。
You really think so?
はい、きっとそうです。あ、私いいこと思いついちゃいました。手紙を書きませんか、如月さんへ。
What are you going to say to her?
早く帰ってこないと私がユーマさんを持って行っちゃいますよっていう手紙です。あのタンスから送りつけちゃうんです。
Seriously? I sigh in exasperation.
いい考えだと思います。そうすればきっと如月さんは飛んで帰ってきますよ。
You're that sure, huh?
はい、絶対にそうですよ。
She then turns around to open up the fridge behind her, only to slip and lose her balance. Whoa there. I quickly dive in to catch her. Anna immediately grabs onto my arm. Anna?
ありがとう。
She softly mutters her thanks.
大好きでした。私の大切な魔法使いさん。よし。
She then energetically hops back from me.
今夜も美味しい美味しいお夕飯を二人で一緒に作りましょうね。
Yeah. Sorcerer. Why does Kana call me that? My mind seems to be asking someone beside me who isn't there. At that, I feel a tiny pain in my heart. Huh? Dinner's over and I'm heading to the manager's office to wait for Mio in case she arrives back tonight. Wonder who that is. There's a delivery man ringing the doorbell. Ah, so it's a package. One moment. The delivery man stands at the door with a small parcel in his arms. Is Miss Natsume Suzu present? Sorry, she's out right now. She left quickly right after dinner, saying she was going to check on Kanzaki Toru. More specifically, she's gone to find and dispose of the book that supposedly bestowed her with those mysterious powers. I'll go ahead and take it now for her, if that's okay. I take the parcel and sign as requested. It's sounding like tonight is the final night that Kanzaki Toru will spend in this country. He's being stuffed on a secret ship and sent off somewhere far, far away. She just said that she needed to be there tonight to make sure everything went as planned. Thank you. Have a good day. Well, this package is certainly heavy. It has the name of an online shopping site Suzu frequently uses on the side. Probably just more books. Quite a few too, judging by the weight of this damn thing. Huh? I look up. Do you need something else, sir? The delivery man hasn't budged an inch. Oh. Did she choose to pay on delivery? Sorry, I didn't realize. How much is it? I reach for my wallet. Then something tears. Huh? I feel a sharp pain around my stomach area. What the hell just happened? I look down and see something long and thin protruding from the right side of my body. It's a knife. A survival knife. My mind works out that the delivery man must have stabbed me. Not good. There's a fatal wound. Huh? What? Wait. I didn't do anything. The delivery man suddenly seems to come to his senses before running off in a panic. My body falls lifelessly to the floor. What the hell just happened? No. I know what happened. I was stabbed. But why?
神はサイコロを振らない。
I make out a pair of legs amidst my blurry vision. The person is grabbing my hair, forcing my head up.
力
下室はどこだ？
Kanzaki Toru. What are you doing here?
地下室はどこだ？
I gripped the knife that's still stuck inside me. The world twists in front of me. I can no longer even see Kanzaki's face clearly.
地下室はどこだ？
Why do you want to know?
壊す。柱時計を。私以外に不思議な何かを持っているものすべてを許さない。
So I'll destroy it all, she adds.
神様は私以外を特別だと認めないはずなんだ。
Suzu.
魔女は来ない。少なくとも私が逃走したことに気がつく。あと少しの間は。私が探しているのは地下室と如月美桜だ。どのようにしたら私である如月美桜に会えるんだ。すべての不思議を壊す前にあいつを壊す。魔女を倒してから如月美桜に復讐しようと順番をこだわったのは正解だった。まさか異世界？そんなものを舞台にして自分とで入れ替わっていたなんて。いえ、地下室の使い方を教えてもらいたい。虫の息か。言葉の力を使ってもろくに喋れなくちゃ何も聞き出せないか。
She releases my hair, and my head slams on the ground, stars flashing in my vision.
まあいい。自分で探そう。地下室も如月美桜も。
Wait. I reach out my hand to stop her, but it's an all too futile attempt. Please, wait. She's long gone. My vision has left me. Now, there's only darkness. I can feel the strength dissipating from my body. Still, I begin to struggle and crawl.
どうなってるんだあれは。
I hear Kanzaki Toru's voice as she returns. Can't see anything, and I don't even have the strength to squeeze out any words.
あの地下室、柱時計だ。どのようにしたらその異世界とやらにつながるんだ。適当にいじり回していたら壊れたぞ。あのボロい柱時計は。
Wait, it broke? She has to be kidding.
おう。もしかして、まさかとは思うが、私を騙したのか？まあそうか。異世界。ふん。そんなものを信じた私がバカだったか。見事に担がれてしまったな。それならここに如月美桜はいるわけだな。あいつはどこにも行っちゃいない。私だとかそんなものは一切関係なく。お前が喋れないのなら他の住人たちに聞いてみることにしよう。
Her footfall soon fades into the distance. Then a scream resounds. One of my precious friends is pleading for dear life. I have to help them. Susan's not here, so I have to protect everyone in her stead. However, my body refuses to listen. I'm freezing. My body is growing colder and colder. Blood begins to seep out of the wound, from the wound on my stomach. No. Stay awake, damn it. My consciousness, my mind, I can't let it slip away. I have to stay awake. Suddenly, a thud. I hear something fall onto the floor next to me. What was... I used the last of my remaining strength to open my eyes. Pages? It's a book. It flutters open on its own, despite there being no wind. The empty pages flick by one after another. Am I hallucinating? Eventually, on one of those blank pages, slowly but surely, words begin to form and fill the pages.
生きろ。
I can vaguely hear a person's voice.
これが私がお前に渡す最後の魔法だ。
Look, I was gonna let this play out, but fuck you, alright? This is fucking bullshit right here. I wouldn't be as mad if Shinku disappeared in Kana's route, but they had to have her disappear here so that they had this fucking bullshit of Yuma getting stabbed and not being able to heal because he doesn't have any Shinku powers, and even if he did, he wouldn't be able to remember how to use them because he doesn't remember fucking Shinku. Holy fuck. What is wrong with you? You have fucked up the ending so badly, and you wrote yourself into a fucking corner and had to remove Shinku from Yuma so that you couldn't easily solve the ending by just having Yuma take the knife out, heal him, and fuck the shit up, and fuck Toru's shit up by stabbing her in the fucking neck. Fuck you. Miraculously enough, the very moment I heard that voice, all the pain instantly faded. I stand up, then I pick up the knife laying at my feet. The wound on my stomach is gone. Along with it, the mysterious book. What just happened? It smells like someone just sprayed a disinfectant. I don't know why, but it's a smell that feels so wistful. Closing my eyes, I deeply inhale that scent.
これで完全にさよならだ。
Go fuck yourself. You didn't disappear in Kana's route, why did you disappear in Mio's route? Oh, this is why. I figured it out.
お前の中の私は一つ残らず消えてなくなる。
How did I survive? Who was the voice speaking to me inside my head? For some reason, I'm not all that confused by it. Thank you. Whoever you are, I love you. You are my most precious companion.
走れユーマ。願いを叶えて幸せになれ。私はずっとお前の味方だ。
I nod. The strong smell of disinfectant is no more. Without any further delay, I run. Are you okay, guys?
おいおいおいおい、これは一体どういうことだろう。死人が元気に歩き回ってるぞ。
I quickly scanned the dining room. Shards of kitchenware are shattered about everywhere. Kanzaki Toru has Tsukasa by the hair, forcing her head up. Exactly like what she did to me not long ago. What the hell do you think you're doing?
どうしてお前歩けるんだ。 さっきまで死にそうだったじゃないか。
Answer my question first. What the hell do you think you're doing to my friend?
如月妙の居場所を聞き出そうと思ったんだ。でも誰もがみんな口が固くて。
Kenzaku glances over to the floor, where I see Kana lying motionlessly. Kana!
騒ぐなよ。ただ気を失っているだけだ。今のところは。だからそんな大きな声を出すなよ。
Ayumu was glaring at Kenzaki, his eyes bloodshot. Since she has Tsukasa held hostage, though he can't do anything. Let go of Tsukasa right now.
嫌だよ。この子たちは融通が利かなすぎる。お仕置きしても喋らないし、仕方なく今私の言葉をこの子に吹き込もうかと思ってたところなんだ。私の命令を全部聞くようにって。
Pulls even harder on Tsukasa's hair.
私の言葉にできないことはないんだ。それを今証明してみせようか。
さあ。
Kyo is stealthily tiptoeing toward Kanzaki from behind. For some reason, she's holding ladles in each hand. Then her face scrunches as she prepares to attack. No, Kyo, stay back.
なんだよ、邪魔だよ。
Kanzaki shakes Kyo off without even turning around. She then falls flat on her rear.
痛い。
You son of a... Right then, something snaps inside me. My blood starts to boil. Stop this. Right now. How long am I planning to stand idly by and watch as she torments my friends?
ユーマ。
Don't worry. I don't care about her words, or her god, or anything else. I'm putting a stop to this once and for all.
何？そのナイフで私と戦おうって。
Oh, I completely forgot I had this. Toss aside the knife I'd been holding in my hand. Instead, I pick up a pair of chopsticks I find lying on the floor. Pair of chopsticks.
ユーマ、そんなものでどうするの？
If words are all you've got. If words are all you got, then all I need to do is tune them out. I stab the chopsticks into my eardrums. Inside my head, I hear something seem to break. Feel like I'm about to vomit. Maybe I pushed them a little too far in. Fucking hell. Why do I have to do this? Why did you have to do this? I pull out the bloodstained chopsticks, then carelessly throw them aside. Hey you, mischosen one or whatever. Whatever the hell you call yourself. Go ahead and try to order me around. I destroyed my ears so your words won't work on me. Go ahead. Try. I want to see if... Oh my god, this is so fucking dumb. I want to see if I was right about your powers. Oh. Sorry. Didn't hear a look of what you just said. I hastily approach her, teetering and tottering with every step. You fucking destroyed your equilibrium. What do you expect? I must have ripped out my semicircular canals. It ripped into my semicircular canals. My sense of balance seems to be distorted. Don't move. Just stay there. If you lay a single finger on Tsukasa, then I'll... I slug her in the face. I'll give you a hell of a lot more than just one punch. I pull my fist back. My mind's too messed up right now to even care for the fact that I just clobbered a girl like that. Okay, she stabbed you. What you... So? I heave a sigh. Kazaki then falls to the floor and isn't even twitching. Fucking hell. I really feel like I'm about to vomit. Ayumu, I leave the rest to you. With that, I collapse. Why am I such a dumbass? Yeah. You and me both. I got too cocky. My head feels like it's about to split. Like your eardrums did. My stomach feels awful. Slowly, I close my eyes. I can hear the tip-tapping of several pairs of feet racing around. Suzu? My hearing has at least slightly restored to the point where I can make out her voice. I open my eyes. Suzu is sternly staring at into my face.
あんまり動かさない方がいい。鼻血が出てる。足先が脳にまで達したのかも。
Suzu screams through her tears.
しっかりしろ。今すぐ病院に連れて行ってやるからな。
Suzu, I'm not worried about it. I'll be fine, really. I just need to know right now. I need to confirm that the clock is alright. Does it still work? Will Mio be able to come home? That's my only concern at this moment. Please, I beg of you. Someone, go and make sure that the clock hasn't been damaged. She was holding on to me for dear life. After that, everything goes black. Naught but a fleeting dream. I am here. It's so hot. I squint my eyes against the bright midsummer sun. The doctors estimated that it would take around 2 weeks for my ears to fully heal. Now my hearing is more or less back to normal. 2 weeks, they said. When I was brought into the hospital, my injury seemed to be grave. So when I asked the doctors why my ears would heal so quickly, they simply looked at my medical chart, shrugged and shook their heads in confusion. Apparently, the damage to my head hadn't quite been as bad as they'd initially believed. Although I still found that explanation to be a bit hard to stomach. Then again, I guess I shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth, which brings us to now. It's also strange. For whatever reason, I didn't even feel an ounce of hesitation before doing that, despite how reckless it was. It almost feels like I knew subconsciously that someone would save me. I take in the roar of the waves. I listen to the soothing sound of the wind as it caresses my cheek. I'm desperately trying to think of who that person is that I owe my life to. The other riders do too.
よう、こんなところにいたのか?
I turn around to find Suzu standing there.
そんなところに座って何が見える?
The big blue sea and the horizon.
そっか。
He walks over next to where I'm perched. on the breakwater and stretches her arms.
今日は病院で診察があるって聞いてたから様子を見に来たんだけど、なんだか邪魔だった？
No, I don't mind your company. You came to pick me up, didn't you? Thanks for doing that.
まあね。
For a while, he and I simply stare out at the sea.
神崎徹だけどな。その後を含めたあいつ自身のことを聞いてみる気はあるかな。
I'm ready for you to tell me how her powers work and why they don't affect you. I guess. Suzu nods.
あの日、あいつが私たちの寮を襲いにやってきた日だ。
Suzu had kept Kanzaki locked away somewhere while she searched for the book responsible for her powers in the meantime. However, later that day, Kanzaki escaped by using her words to manipulate the people Suzu had asked to keep an eye on her, commanding them to untie her. How'd she talk?
少しあの子について調べてみた。あまり楽しい話ではないが、その生い立ちを語ろうか。
I mean, it's not pleasant, but it is old, so you could skip past that part.
と思っていたが、やっぱりやめとこう。
Yeah, exactly. Why?
彼女に微笑みかける神様はいなかった。いや、いないと本人がそう思い込んでいた。ただそれだけの話だ。あの子はとても寂しく辛い状況に自然と追い込まれていってしまうような子だった。一人きりだった。学校でも家庭でも、どんな場所でも、どんな場合でも。
Yes, and when that happens, what usually happens, what usually proceeds after you conclude that your life is suffering, you tend to look for a form of escape, and in some cases that happens in the dream world, where over time you will start to delude yourself, and in this instance she believed that God smiled down upon her when her powers got given to her, and started to abuse them the moment she got them.
だからいつも神様に助けてくださいと祈ってた。どうか私を助けてください。どうか私を愛してください。でもダメだった。彼女を救ってくれる優しい両手は差し出されることはなかった。あの子はきっと神様は自分を見捨てたのかもしれないと、そんな風に思っていたんだろう。あるいは神様なんて最初からいないんだと。
That's when she got the idea to become one herself.
そう願ったのかもしれないな。だからあの本は彼女のもとに現れたのかもしれない。そのようにして得た言葉の力は彼女に自分一人で生きていけるだけの自信を与えた。それだけで彼女には十分だった。誰にも頼らず一人でも生きていける方法を見つけた。その拠り所を見つけた。たとえそれが徹底的に湾曲された自信であったとしても、彼女はそれでよかった。いいや、それまでどこにいても一人だった彼女はあの本を手に入れて初めて誰かと一緒にいることの喜びを見つけられたのかもしれないな。あの本を読んだ人間は孤独になりにくいようにできているから。 とにかく今回のことで君に一つだけ言いたいことがある。もうあんな無茶は絶対によせ。一人になってしまった君はもう普通の人と変わらないんだから。
I'm alone? What do you mean?
ああ、どういうことだったかな。私もよくわからないな。
Ain't no way. You know, I shouldn't be surprised.
今日神崎の本を見つけたよ。ついさっきのことだ。
I'm not surprised she knows, or knew, I guess. Did you destroy it?
あ、だから今あの子は特別な力を失って年相応の非力な女の子に戻ってる。
Cool. So, can't explain how her powers work, right? You know?
たった一人に戻ってる。
You say that like she wasn't alone the whole time. And still trapped, Suzu continues.
あの子が持つ本を破棄する。本当はもっと早くにこうするべきだったのかもしれないな。私も反省してる。でもこれは結果論のようなものだけど、あの子からあの本を奪えばあの子はまた一人になってしまっていて、とにかく反省してる。後悔してる。あの子からもっと早く特別を奪っておくべきだった。
I mean, yeah, you did have the chance to on multiple occasions, especially when you were younger.
そうすればあんなことにならずに済んだかもしれないのに。
What tragedy?
地下室、壊された柱時計だ。あれからもう半月以上が経つのか。
My hearing has more or less returned to normal, but I can't hear the sweet voice of the one I love most. Mio has yet to return. To be more precise, she can't return home. From what Suzu told me, the damage to the clock in the basement was too severe. They won't be able to repair it.
ミオちゃんから手紙が送られてきたりはしないのか。
No.
そうか。時計が壊れたらあのタンスの効果もなくなっちまうのかもな。腕のいい修理屋を探してはいるけれど、この世の中でどれくらいの人間があの時計を正しく直せるんだろうな。
Yeah, I have a question. Where the fuck is Shigure in all of this? Right? I get that he had to fuck off to find out where Kana's mum is, but you know, he got back far earlier than this.
たとえ見かけだけでも修復できたとしても、それはただ時計としての機能を取り戻したに過ぎない。きっとあの時計を直せるのは管理人だけなんだ。
Yeah, so where the fuck is he?
けどあの時計が直らない限り、どこかへ出かけちまったままの管理人もまた
Look,
帰ってこれない。
all I'm saying is that the manager could probably find a way to get back. Alright? We've lost so much. So much so that it hurts to think about.
なあ、
Surely, right? Surely, this route doesn't end with Mio stuck in Ototsugahama. Right? Because I don't have... Let's just say that after the bullshit with Toru and finding out why they got rid of Shinku in this route, I don't have high hopes. for Mio returning. Yeah?
君、最近はよくここでそうしているよな。
I promised her.
うん。
Mio. I promised her that I'd keep waiting for her, no matter how long it took.
そうか。
This place holds a lot of special meaning to the two of us. We used to sit here together and gaze out at the horizon, eating lunch, and maybe bickering a bit from time to time. I can't help but think that if I wait for her here, maybe she'll just suddenly appear one day or something. Thinking that just kind of keeps me rooted here.
私は先に戻ってるな。
He jumps down from the breakwater.
今日は私が夕飯を作るから早めに帰ってこいよ。
You're making dinner? I turn around in disbelief, only to find that she's already gone. We get it, you're mysterious. Don't need to keep showing off your powers or whatever they are. If you have them, if you have any. I guess I'll have some food. I take out the lunch I made for myself. Ugh. It tastes awful. But I was a better cook than this. It's been several days since I've started coming here daily. Today, it's raining. Huge drops splatter rhythmically against the ground. I curl up under my umbrella and gaze out toward the sea. If only there was someone to enjoy the sight with. Another day went by, and he still hadn't come back to me. Today, it's windy. I gasp as a strong gust of wind batters my face, causing me to squint. It's a little chilly out here. All I can hear is the roar of the wind. Another day went by. I still didn't get to hear your sweet voice. Today, the sun is out in full force. This is disgusting. I put the lid of my half-eaten lunchbox learning that my cooking skills have not improved one bit. Nobody's here to scold me for leaving so much food uneaten. I'm honestly tired of eating by myself. Today, I just don't feel like going home. What am I meant to say with that? I begin humming a song I overheard on the radio yesterday. However, a nearby parent and child hear me, and as they smile at me, I almost die of embarrassment. I've told myself time and time again to move on, to forget about it. But I can't. Whenever I close my eyes, I always see that smile. I can't forget. I just can't. It's impossible. I don't know. Something must be wrong with me. Wherever I go, and whatever I do, I always find myself searching for you. Through rain, through wind, through snow, through sun, I continue to come here day after day. There's no longer anyone to greet me at the door when I return. Everyone's left and moved on with their lives, but I'm still here, waiting for you to come back to me. The days go by, the weeks, the months. I only miss you more and more. I keep sighing time and time again. Maybe it's time I just face reality. You won't be coming home ever. Deep down, I know. I really do. But even so, it just hurts too much for me to give up. Slowly, I close my eyes. Mio. I repeat that name again in my head. It's been far too long since I last said it aloud. After that, I sigh, telling myself one last time. Huh? Somebody sighed along with me. I look over my shoulder, and what I see takes my breath away. There she is. The person I've been longing to see for so long.
ユーマ。
Softly, he murmurs my name. He stands out on the sand, gazing out toward the horizon. But I don't know why. I don't why. But the sunlight almost seems to be shining through her. She seems translucent. Something about that reminds me of someone who was once very dear to me. It can't be. I reach out my hand, but my fingers pass right through your see-through body. Maybe I'm dreaming right now. Mio? I don't know if I pronounced her name correctly. It's been so long since I last talked to another human being. Will she be able to understand me? She simply continues to gaze out at the sea. Mio. Nothing I do changes anything. Why can't I touch you, Mio? I'm staring right at you, but you're reacting like I'm not even here. At this rate, she's going to disappear again. So I call out her name one more time. Mio. If you can hear my voice, then please, I beg of you. Please look at me. My voice quivers as I speak. Alright, I'm glad I got the right tonation down, or whatever it's called. Phone, yeah. Please, don't disappear. Look at me, I'm begging you. At that moment, a bright flash of light, possibly from the sun, blinds me. Close my eyes momentarily to shield them from the brightness. Then, slowly but surely, I reopen them. Mio looks at me in shock.
ユーマ。
Her eyes flicker in disbelief as she stares at me.
あなた、ユーマなの？
Yeah? Oh, how I've yearned to hear your voice. I feel a lump forming in my throat. My words get caught before I can get them out. My eyes are burning.
どうしてこんな。どうなってるの？
She trembles, tears running down her cheeks, and I spot something small and shiny hanging from her neck. That's when I realize it was what caused that flash of light earlier. No way. I take out the object in my pocket.
それって。
this object in my fist. It's the ring we won at the festival all those years ago.
もしかしてずっと持っててくれたの？
Yeah, I did. I never let it out of my sight.
この指輪がユーマに合わせてくれた？
Maybe. No matter how far apart the two of you are, the mysterious power will bring you back together no matter what. I can't believe that actually worked. But even though they did, they sure took their time. They took way too long. Why did they make me wait all these years for their effect to work? I've been on the verge of giving up so many times. Why now of all times?
夜店の景品だもの。
Of course they're not going to work perfectly, Mia continues.
でも不良品じゃなかっただけ。よかった。世界と世界をつないで合わせてくれたんだもの。十分すごい。
She laughs, reaching her hand out toward my cheek.
でもおかしいね。ほんの少しもユーマに触れられないの。
Yeah. How are you even supposed to kiss like this? How are we even supposed to kiss like this?
キス。
She hangs her head as her cheeks redden. Mio. Why are you crying?
だって
Yeah?
ユーマとキスしたいよ。
Mio. The pain in my chest is unbearable. If only I could wipe away those tears. If only I could hold you in my arms. I'd squeeze you tight and never let you leave my side again.
あのね、
She wipes at her tears before continuing.
ユーマ、聞いてくれる？
Yeah?
ここでずっと毎日一人であの水平線を眺めてたの。どこまで行っても追いつけないあの場所がユーマとの距離感みたいに思えて、その大きな距離をどうにかして埋められたなら、空と海が交わるその場所を本当に見つけられたなら、またユーマに会えるかもって思ってた。だからずっとここでこうして遠い海を見てたの。ユーマと会える方法を、その道を探してた。
Me too. I've been waiting here all this time for you to come home.
そうなんだ。
Yeah.
おかしい。二人はずっと隣同士で同じ場所に座ってたのかな。ただ目には見えないだけでずっと隣でため息ついてたのかな。
I can't peel my eyes away from the tiny smile on her face.
本当はね、もうあなたには二度と出会えないかもしれないって、そう思ったことも何度もあったの。水平線、空と海とが交わるその場所であなたは待っていてくれるのかもしれないけれど、でもどこへ向かうべきなのかもわからないような、そんな曖昧な目的地になんか簡単にたどり着けるわけがないから。 てもね、信じてた。ずっと信じてたの。不安になればなるほど強く信じようと思った。いつか絶対こうしてユーマと会えるって。どんなに遠くて、どんなに難しそうで、どんなにバカらしく見えたって、海と空とが混じり合う場所にいつか必ず行けるって自分の想像力を信じてた。
Her imagination?
今は直接触れ合えもしないような、そんなおかしな状態だけどこうしてまた会えたから、いつか絶対って信じていれば奇跡はこうして起こるから。だから絶対またユーマと同じ場所に立てるって、その場所にたどり着けるんだって信じてる。
I gaze up at the sky, then lower my head, look out toward the sea. Mio, shall we go?
行くってどこへ？
How about this? I stare out across the wide ocean before me. We'll go and find a place that'll allow us to touch each other once again. Mio and I are the sea and the sky. Even though we appear to be right next to one another, in reality, we're so far apart. Still though, even if we can't physically interact with one another right now, as long as I keep my chin up and believe, then one day I'll be able to hold your hand once more. The closer we get, the further apart we get. So long as we keep pace with each other and stay together, then I know in my heart, one day, you and I, we will make it to the horizon, to the place where sea and sky meet. As long as we have each other, nothing will stop us.
ユーマ。
ん？
ずっと待っていてくれてありがとう。ただいま。大好きだよ、ユーマ。
They're really gonna end off like that, huh? What the fuck? Look. Oh, right, yeah, the thing pauses. I'm trying to increase the volume. What fucking shit? I told you that they wouldn't bring her back. They technically brought her back in the form of a fucking apparition, I guess. Yeah, great. I'm so glad that they reunited at the end of the game. Surely they'll meet each other at the end, right? Because there's always something at the end of the cuts. There's always something at the end of the credits, right? Right? I guess I should say my thoughts. I really liked it until the end. The end fumbled hard, especially because of Toru. Who would have guessed? The character that okay, it's not just Toru. It's also Shinku. But not because of Shinku, but because of the fact that she disappeared. She left, right? In Mio's route. But in Kana's route, didn't. So, how do you explain the inconsistency? You can't. Because then it would... Because you can't really do that in Mio's route. Because Kana's route technically didn't happen. But it just made the conflict, the climax with Toru at the end just feel even worse, because it was unnecessary. If Shinku was there, he would have immediately solved the issues. Yuma got stabbed. Shinku could have healed him instantly and slit her fucking throat. Easy done. No issues. The clock, I don't know. For some reason, when Toru went down to the basement, she said it was broken. So, yeah, I don't know what the fuck happens there. Huh? So, like, did she break it? Or is she just... Did she not break it? I don't know. Who else would have broken it, right? Mio wouldn't have broken it. But, yeah. Shigure was, like, actually useless. He didn't even show up. And, listen, alright, I can guarantee that he probably would have been able to get back. What about, let's talk about the ending, right? Because the ending, where he's sitting on the breakwater, right? Did they really have to drag it out for years? They didn't. They just stated that it's been years since they last saw each other, and that everyone moved on, but it was never indicated anywhere else except in the text. At least make Mio look older if you're gonna do that. Unless, you know, apparition powers, something. It doesn't make them... It makes them look as old as they did when you last saw them, or whatever. Dollar store rings do that, I guess. I liked the rest of the... I liked the rest of the route. Just... They fumbled the climax, which is kind of the most important part of the story, even though it's technically not the climax, because the climax was meant to be in the inside kind of middle, which is when Mio reveals that she's not the same Mio that declared that she would be childhood friends with Yuma. But you know, there was the whole Toru thing, and a Suzu fight with Yuma would have been much better. You can still write it, just have at the end Suzu was just fucking with Yuma, right? Or something like that. Because clearly they wanted to show off how powerful Suzu is, right? And I guess she's just the strongest person in the world. Uh-oh. What the fuck happened?
不思議。
My cursor started loading. Later that night, after we returned to the dorm, the halls are quiet. Mio and I are in the dining room spending some time together. At her request, the lights are off. On the table rests a single candle, its flame reflecting and dancing in Mio's large eyes.
本当に不思議だね。こちらから触れないのはユーマだけみたい。 他のものには何にでも触れるのに、おかしいよね。
Plus, as far as we know, I'm the only one who can apparently see you.
どうしよう。幽霊になっちゃったのかな。
Doubt it. We're probably just not quite in the same plane right now.
うん。
I can tell. See? Your eyes were so transparent when we first met, but now they're getting a lot more solid. I feel like I might actually be able to touch you now.
ほんとだ。ユーマが触ってるの。かすかにだけど、わかるような気がするよ。
We get it.
くすぐったい。
We get it, alright. Shinku was replaced by Mio because we can't not have Yuma with an apparition, alright? We need to stop Yuma from taking his normal pills. So now he started hallucinating Mio instead of Shinku. He giggles. Yeah. But the thing is, it seems like I'm only able to touch you when we're both wearing our rings.
うん。
Even so, that fact alone gives me hope. All I need to do is wait and be patient, and eventually everything will gradually return to normal. Except that Mio's real body is still in Ototsugahama, and you know, we're already at the end of Mio's route, so like this is all gonna get reset in Kyo's route and Tsukasa's route. So like, you know. Mio?
薬指。
He fidgets restlessly. What's the matter?
うん。
Mio suggested we do something special today to commemorate our reunion. A special event for this special day. So we bought this candle and exchanged our rings, sliding them onto each other's fingers. We looked each other in the eye and made a silly little vow to never leave one another. Ever since we did the ring exchange, though, Mio's been acting sort of fidgety and nervous. Well, not in the way of another hate scene, let's just say.
なんだかこれって。
ん？
結婚するみたい。
Yeah. I've been waiting so long for this moment. Of course, not everything is as how I would have wanted it. But even so, Mio, we both look the same age, even though apparently years have passed and everyone's left. Even Suzu, even though she lived here, and Yo, even though she lived here, and Shigure is still not back, and Tsukasa's probably the only one who actually has another home to go to. And, Ayumu, I guess, went back to his grandparents, and Kana, I don't know, she probably jumped off the lighthouse. Oh, she probably died to the butterflies. It was, you know, they got delayed a bit. Thanks for coming back to me. I bring my face closer to hers, and the two of us exchange a vow in the form of a kiss, despite the fact that we still can't fully touch one another.
ユーマ、もう絶対離れないよ。
That's probably because you don't have a choice. I know.
これからはずっと私たち二人一緒だよね。
And there it is. That's how you can tell the route has ended. Finn. Who? Never mind. It doesn't help that in high school I knew a guy named Finn. Look, I already talked about my thoughts on the route. It was all good up until the end. And it fumbled the hardest when it mattered the most. But at least they have some closure. Not really. They still haven't met again. So like, they have as much closure as a long distance relationship can get, which is never meeting again except in your hallucinations. Look, I know. It's unnecessary, alright? Why did they never meet again, okay? As in person, right? What purpose was there for them to end up never meeting again? Especially since this is the last scene in the game, right? It doesn't make any sense. Like, if this was in the middle, right, it would be fine because, right, you'd expect them to meet again at the end or something like that, right? But that's the problem. What purpose does it solve? Because it's at the end, where it's an issue that cannot be resolved because nothing happens after this. It's all reset. It's all back to... We're going back to the common route next episode. And guess what? We're not going to mention... This isn't going to be important... This isn't going to be important until after Tsukasa's route. Hopefully. Right? Let's hope that Shinku's route brings us up. It has to. It's literally the route that you get after doing everyone else's route. So, like, surely in Shinku's route, something happens. I don't know. Other than solving Shinku's problem, getting some more information on things that haven't been explained and won't be able to be explained in other routes, like Suzu or Shigure or who Yuma was before he started losing his memories every day and before he met Shinku. That, I don't know if that's going to be explained, because how are you going to explain that unless Shinku, you can use her powers on Yuma and see past the memories of when they met? I don't know. But what I do know is that next episode is a new route. And I've already said who it was time and time again. So, yeah. I guess I will see you guys again in, well, the common route, but we'll get there, right? We'll get to Kyo's route, right? So let's hope that We get more backstory on her brother, which was mentioned in, well, family member, I guess. I'm assuming brother. That was mentioned in Kana's route. Either way, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.